unfortunately, there is going to be there needs to be an inquiry straight after this. Why? What? But that's what I'm hearing. This news is as fresh to me as it is you. I'm quite sure when this goes out, it'll be all over the place anyway.
The reality is can the state call for an immediate rematch? I don't believe they can, the commission. It's really up to the governing body. I mean, you know, the commission can overturn a decision or rule on a decision, but can they order a rematch? That really has to come.
Johnny Nelson gives bold statement after Canelo defeat from Crawford. His words throw a storm over the result, pointing at what was allegedly found in Crawford's system. If there's any truth, the whole fight's credibility changes, and sympathy shifts firmly toward Canelo. Did Crawford really earn that win clean?
But what I'm saying is what they found in his system. Now this is one thing they've got to find out, this one thing we've got to prove. We say, this is all I've done, that's what I've done. You know, if that's adverse, if that's a performance enhancement.
Nelson's next point dives straight into Crawford's pride and mentality. Johnny Nelson gives bold statement after Canelo defeat from Crawford. Here Nelson suggests Crawford's pride took a bigger hit than anything else. It's telling even after victory, his words betray insecurity. Canelo meanwhile has carried losses with dignity, proving true greatness. Pride wounded, Crawford's aura of invincibility now looks shaky.
Yesterday he said, I don't want to have egg on my face, I've got to get a job done here. So after the things he said the last time, he knows he probably mugged himself off. I think that probably hurt him more than anything, hurt his pride.
Eddie Hearn's honesty here speaks volumes. From ringside, he saw it as razor close, not the clear win some painted for Crawford. That's the reality. Fans felt too. Canelo pushed him hard, and it wasn't domination. Crawford's victory looks far less convincing on second glance.
On the night, just my opinion, I've got no horse in the race. It's like there's no agenda for me. I'm just telling you what I saw and felt at ringside, which was a very close fight.
Eddie Hearn gives a balanced take, reminding everyone that Crawford hasn't officially been found guilty. Still, the cloud of suspicion lingers heavy. Fans aren't convinced, and many believe Canelo was unfairly edged out. When questions surround a fight, the spotlight naturally swings back toward the man-chasing legacy, Canelo.
Oh, I disagree. I mean, we're never going to agree on it. We're never going to agree on it.
Well, you guys probably
when you don't receive a ban, when you are cleared and not, the reality is he has not been found guilty.
Duke McKenzie doesn't sugarcoat it. His words echo what many fans feel. A true champion accepts defeat and moves forward. But in this case, questions linger. Was it really Crawford's night, or was Canelo robbed? Duke's tough love approach only fuels the fire around this controversial result.
When you lose in a fight, never mind a world title fight, when you lose in a fight, full stop, you know, the best thing to do is to dry your tears and crack on. You know, you got to man up. Sometimes somebody just got your number.
Duke McKenzie defends the judges, but let's be honest, how many times have we seen the best of the best hand out questionable scorecards? Fans across the globe felt Canelo's work was undervalued, his pressure and clean shots not fully rewarded. McKenzie's point adds legitimacy, but it doesn't erase the doubts. After all, even the most respected judges have been accused of bias. Many believe Crawford got away with a gift decision, while Canelo's output was brushed aside. And if the sport can't be trusted to deliver fairness, then the fans will always question results like these. That's why Nelson's earlier steroid allegations sting even more. Combined with suspect judging, it paints a picture where Canelo never really got a fair shake.
We're talking about the ringside judges. They don't make things up. You know, they allegedly got the best of the best to referee and to judge that fight. So 3 judges, one can't get it wrong, one could possibly get it wrong, but the other 2 didn't. And
then Crawford himself fires back with his own words, claiming the win was all down to talent. Crawford laughs it off, calling his victory pure talent. But laughter won't silence the whispers. Yes, he's gifted, but fans are asking, was it talent alone or something else in his system, as Nelson hinted? His words sound defensive, almost desperate to reinforce legitimacy. Canelo has built his legacy the hard way, through wars, through setbacks, and through redemption. Crawford's insistence that it was my night feels hollow when the fight was razor close and the outcome clouded in suspicion. If anything, this defiance shows he's rattled by the criticism. True greats don't laugh off doubt, they silence it in the ring.
All praise to the Lord above me. I gotta give him all the praise.
because without him, I wouldn't be here. And I told y'all, I'm not here just by a coincidence. God blessed me, and he made this event. He made this night just for me, and I've been telling.
Opetaia praises Crawford's adaptability, but let's not forget, Canelo has been the master of adjustments for over a decade. Crawford switching stances and moving well doesn't erase the fact that Canelo's pressure was relentless, and many had him edging rounds. Calling it convincing feels off when the scorecards split fans so heavily. Adaptation is one thing, but domination is another, and Crawford didn't dominate. Canelo made him uncomfortable, walked him down, and forced him into exchanges. Greatness isn't about nicking rounds, it's about commanding the fight. That's why many believe Opetaia's take exaggerates what truly happened.
On points, bro, crazy.
How did you have it?
I had him up, bro, convincingly.
Is he awesome fight.
Awesome. Hey, science of the sport. This guy adapts. I knew it.
How did you know he was going to win? Why?
He's got too much ammunition. You know, southpaw, orthodox, on the back foot. That's what changes good from great is knowing how to adapt. You know, back foot, front.
Porter makes a strong point about intangibles, and here's where Canelo shines brightest. His chin, his mentality, his warrior heart. These aren't just skills, they're intangibles born from years at the top. Crawford showed flashes, but let's be real, he hasn't been tested like Canelo has. Not against a murderer's row of champions. Porter tries to level the field by praising both men, but deep down, fans know Canelo's durability and mental strength remain unmatched. He's walked through fire, stood tall against legends, and kept pushing. Crawford may have edged the night, but he hasn't yet proven he can endure what Canelo has.
It's more than skills paying the bills with this one, man. I think that there's some intangibles with this fight that are internal, you know, the stuff you don't see. And like, for an example, we can talk about Canelo's chin. Is it that he just really has this chin that's really sturdy? Or is it that he has a chin that's sturdy, but he also has a mentality that I won't go down? You know what I mean? Like, that's when I mean like internal intangibles. And I think that both these guys possess a tremendous amount of skill, talent, abilities that, you know, to the naked eye, you aren't really aware.
Eddie Hearn praises Crawford for boxing the perfect fight, but perfection depends on perspective. Yes, Crawford moved well, blocked plenty, and used his engine effectively. But did that truly eclipse Canelo's power, pressure, and late-round surge? Many fans say no. Crawford's defense might have looked sharp, but Canelo's shots carried the damage, the weight, and the authority. When Hearn calls it perfect, it feels like he's ignoring just how competitive the bout was. Canelo's relentlessness forced Crawford to work every second. His guard may have caught punches, but his body absorbed the rest. And if boxing is about damage, control, and dictating pace, Canelo checked those boxes. Hearn's analysis gives Crawford his flowers, but it brushes aside the controversy, the whispers about substances, the razor-close rounds, and the fans who believe Canelo was robbed. To call it flawless is convenient. To call it debatable is honest.
And tonight he got it perfectly right, boxed the absolute perfect fight, and fully deserved the victory. You know, I know some people felt it was a close fight, but I just felt that he was the better fighter on the night. Beautiful defense. You know, arm will be sore tomorrow, but took so much on the gloves, boxed beautifully offensively, used his footwork great. His engine was incredible, hardly looked like he broke a sweat.
Teofimo Lopez takes a neutral tone, saying the fight was great and Crawford got it right. But for many, this isn't enough. Boxing isn't only about entertainment, it's about fairness, legacy, and integrity. Yes, both men risked everything, but Lopez glosses over the fact that the decision is contested by fans and pundits alike. His no need for a rematch stance feels dismissive when Canelo's supporters believe their man did enough to win. If Lopez truly respects the sport, he'd recognize that unanswered questions demand resolution. A rematch isn't just about revenge, it's about restoring trust. Crawford may celebrate, but Canelo's reputation for chasing challenges and seeking redemption means he won't let this slide. Lopez might want to move on, but the boxing world thrives on unfinished business, and this one is far from settled.
We saw a great fight tonight, did we not? That's all that matters. Two guys risked it, and the better man won tonight. That was Crawford.
Terence got it right. Is there no need for a rematch, or do you want to see running back? Because it was pretty good, like you said.
No, it was pretty, it was really good, actually.
Yeah.
So it's up to the jam. He's a jam. He can do whatever.
Mauricio Sulaiman congratulates Crawford, calling the performance clean-cut, yet admits Canelo came on strong late. That's the key point. Canelo wasn't finished, he was building momentum. Many fans argue if the fight had gone a little longer, the tide may have turned. Sulaiman's words about rest and celebration sound diplomatic, but in reality, the demand for a rematch is already boiling over. Crawford's win is being celebrated in the moment, but true champions are measured by how they handle unfinished business. Canelo doesn't shy away from running it back. History proves he thrives on it. If this was as decisive as Sulaiman implies, why even raise the question of a rematch? Because deep down, even officials know the result wasn't universally accepted. Crawford may enjoy his moment, but the calls for a second fight will only grow louder.
He deserves all the time to really enjoy what he has just accomplished.
His performance was pretty clean cut. Is there a need for a rematch though? Canelo came on a little bit late, but
that's different. They took a long time to prepare for this great fight. Let them enjoy, let them have a rest, and we'll see.
Bill Haney, however, took it to another level, praising Crawford in historic terms. Bill Haney goes all in, placing Crawford among the all-time greats, and even suggesting this fight looked easier than Spence. But here's the reality, Canelo is no Spence. He's a 4-weight world champion, a generational talent, and one of boxing's most durable warriors. To suggest Crawford handled him easily is rewriting history. The fight was close, gritty, and full of questions, far from a one-sided masterclass. Fans saw Canelo press forward, land heavy shots, and make Crawford uncomfortable. Haney's bold claims sound like hype more than fact, and putting Crawford on a Mount Rushmore off one controversial win feels premature. True legends like Canelo built resumes over decades, facing the best repeatedly, not on a single night clouded by speculation. Crawford may have earned respect, but greatness isn't granted overnight. It's forged through battles, rivalries, and rematches, something this fight still cries out for.
Exactly. And you guys knew what was going to happen. You were in denial. That shit looked easier than Earl Spence. Did it look, huh?
It's a brilliant performance. Brilliant performance.
Man. Shout out to Team Crawford, Bo Mack, and that whole team, man. You know what I mean?
Where'd you rank him all-time list after that?
I mean, put his face on Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? He deserves his place, for sure.
Charlie Sheen's reaction is simple, pure amazement, but that's what casual fans see, the surface. They see Crawford with his hand raised and call it unbelievable without digging into the layers beneath. Hardcore fans, analysts, and fighters themselves know this wasn't a flawless showcase. Canelo pushed him, hurt him, and left plenty of debate. Sheen's excitement reflects the spectacle of the event, but not the controversy around it. For the sport's future, casual takes are fine, but legacies are defined by more than awesome nights. Canelo's legacy already stands among the greatest, forged through adversity, while Crawford's remains under the microscope. Celebrities can cheer, but the boxing community knows the truth. This fight left more questions than answers.
Charlie, what did you make of that performance from Terence Crawford? What did you make of the performance?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable? Is that the best boxing fight you've ever been at?
Awesome, man. Enjoy your Netflix special, too.
This fight leaves the boxing world split. Was it Crawford's brilliance or controversy overshadowing the result? Fans can't ignore Johnny Nelson's explosive claims, Eddie Hearn's perfect fight praise, or the whispers that Canelo was denied his moment. Crawford insists it was talent, but questions about substances and razor-thin judging remain. What's undeniable is Canelo's resilience. He pressed forward, absorbed everything, and finished strong. That's why calls for a rematch won't fade. Because in boxing, legacies aren't written by one night, they're forged through rivalries, redemption, and proving it twice. If Canelo runs it back and wins, he restores order. If Crawford repeats, he silences all doubt. Either way, the stakes are massive. So what do you think? Was this truly Crawford's clean coronation, or does Canelo deserve justice in a rematch? Drop your thoughts below.